And we are back. Chicago Bears franchise, season 2, episode 2, where we already have an early divisional game against no other than the Minnesota Vikings. The team we played week 18 last year. We ended up losing that game. But to start out the season, we're 1-0. So are the Packers, so are the Lions. And the only team who's not 1-0 is the Vikings. Is there a way I can change these goals? Win by 17 plus points? Just because we managed to do that against the Raiders last week, which, by the way, we played phenomenal, held them to a field goal. Doesn't mean we're going to do it again. But let's just get straight into, episode 2. We got a weekly strategy. We got a plan for Kyle Meeks, the rookie quarterback. So far, looking at their team, they're pretty balanced at everything. They lost 32-28, I believe, last week against the Commanders. Well, let's see. Do we trust that they're going to go with their rookie QB, who has a passer rating of 117.7 going deep? He's only 1 for 4, though. Or do we... I think we got to stop the run, honestly. I feel like they're going to rely more on the run. That's how you normally game plan with a rookie quarterback. Actually, if we go back, they pass 52% of the time, but I think they're going to go and run this play. You look here, they play a lot of zone coverage. A little man. They don't blitz a whole lot in man blitz, but in zone blitz, they blitz. So essentially, they don't trust their guys unless if it's zone coverage. Which I think is phenomenal for us. We had the best defense, the 25th offense. For our goal, we're going to go for 2 passing touchdowns. The reason I was going to go for hold 'em to 2 or less touchdowns, which seems doable. But if we get even 1 passing touchdown, we get, I believe, 1 point, 1 staff point. Compared to they somehow, scored, more touchdowns. We don't get any staff points. So, if I trust our team enough to get at least 1 passing touchdown. It might be rushing, which could be concerning. But nonetheless, we're going to get straight into this game after we first check the roster, make sure everything's up to code. Something happened last week. Yeah, you're just not going to be getting the ball as much, Drake. I want Montgomery. I paid that man top running back money to be our starting running back. And for him to barely be getting the ball, it's not going to slide. You look, he's getting paid, $5 million this year, then it's going to be up to 6, 6.5, 7, then 7.5. It's only going up. And we have him till he's 30, which means, by the time he is 30, probably even 29. Because that's the thing with running backs. Their prime is usually from when they're drafted to usually people say the end of their rookie deal, so year 4 or year 5, depending on if you, draft them in the first and pick up the 5th-year option. That's usually a big factor. And Detroit and Green Bay are also playing each other, so we have a little double rivalry going on. That's the thing with running backs. It's not really that. It's more of there is a big saying, in the NFL, where one of the biggest mistakes you can make financial-wise is giving a running back a second offer. Now, me personally, I think giving a second offer is fine. I think, you know, you have them up to 27, 28 years old. You're perfectly fine there. Starter-wise. The issue is, come 29, you, in my opinion, okay, there's an interception on the first play of the game to Eric Kendricks, one of the best linebackers in the league. But as I was trying to say, that's just kind of how it is. We're stuck watching this. It was just a bad throw. It was intended for commit, but just a bad throw. You see Kyle Meeks heading out there. I prefer to, you know, make sure my roster was okay, but guess we're stuck here. I think once a running back becomes 29 years old, you know, you want to have a backup plan. Whether that's drafting a guy or, you know, signing a below average starter who, you know, other teams wouldn't really want. Just so you know, if case they do become bad, what was I gonna check? Cornerback. It wasn't that. It was the slot receiver. That's what. And I suppose slot corner. Darren Mooney and then Juan Broughton. Kyle Gordon and came home perfect. So that's kind of how it's going to be, in my opinion. Is you want to have a backup plan available by age 29. And Nicholas Morrow gets injured, so I don't remember. Is it Javin White probably coming in? It's Bobby Okereke and then probably Javin White. Or Nick Morrow's, you know, just going to be out a few plays. They're going to say it's incomplete. Because once 30 is probably the last year you give a running back the starting gig. Unless if they really have eye-popping numbers, you probably give them year 31 as well. Jesus Christ, guys. Someone have pressure. Adam Thielen, who they tried to trade to us. They wanted Eddie Jackson for Adam Thielen. In my opinion, I don't think Adam Thielen's good. As you can see, he doesn't have the star under his name, which probably means he's down to star dev. But man, he's cooking. Down to the 2. So far, he's the only guy who's caught a ball who's on offense. So yeah, past age 31 is kind of like the max. And there's a touchdown. I believe that's Irv Smith. It is. Once you reach 31, you don't have them anymore. 31 is the last year possible you give the running back the starting gig. And that's if they had a very good, you know, age 30 year. And they've been doing it consistently. They've been having great years for the past few years minimum. Because you look at a guy like Cordero Patterson in the league right now. He's a free agent now. The Falcons gave him that contract, and at that age, you just don't expect big numbers. That's kind of the point of regression for a running back. Come age 32, age 33, age 30, you know, the rest of those years, they can, you know, be a very good backup if they need, or, you know, they can come in and start a year for a team who has no running back option. But ultimately, they're not going to get the same shot, you know, they once had, where they'd be getting paid top dollar, and they'd be putting up top number. And, you know, a lot of, you know, teams would be interested in them. That's what sucks, is the running backs, I feel like, have the shortest lifespan in the NFL. And what I mean by that is you have to impress early on in your running back career, you know, in order to maintain a job. Because most teams will be done with you by the time, you know, you're 20, 29 years old, I imagine. Darnell Mooney with the holding penalty takes away that good run. That's just, you know, a tough reality you have to live in. But speaking of tough run, Montgomery gets from taking his huge gain away to popping off and getting almost a first down on the 1st and 14. He got over 100 yards last week. He's already off to a pretty solid start so far this week. He is tired already, though, so that is concerning, and we're going to give it right back to him. He's going to get enough for the first down, but nothing else. Averaging 6 yards to carry, and no longer tired. I'm assuming that's Kenyon Drake out there now. And it's going to be a play action. Fields going to throw for the first time since the interception. No, he's not. He's going to run. He's going to pick up the first down, and he's going to be out of bounds at the 31, getting 18 on the play. This is something you like to see from this team. They're really establishing a run game. When you have guys like Kenyon Drake, David Montgomery, Khalil Herbert, I said I'd remember this guy's name, Treston Ebner. And you have a guy like Justin Fields. You have Tyler Huntley and Tyree Jackson as the backup quarterbacks. You are a very mobile team. And when you have Calvin Ridley, Darnell Mooney, and a bunch of rookie receivers, you're probably going to try and dominate the run. This offensive line looks very improved with Rob Havenstein. And is there anyone else? I'm going to back out, actually. I don't even know if Rob Havenstein's playing because he got injured. Like, look at Montgomery go. He's getting yards. Coaching. Left tackle, Jordan Mailata, who joined us last year. He's playing very well. Left guard, Cody Whitehair. We know what we're getting from him. John Feliciano. That addition seems to be working out well. Tevin Jenkins. We're hoping for big things from him. Rob Havenstein. We signed him to a pretty big deal in free agency. We're hoping big things from him. We're at the point where we're probably not ready to compete yet, but we are getting very close. I'd imagine this would be our last year of, not competing. And then next year we're oh, jeez. We're there. We're trying to compete. We need a 3rd and 2. And it's all going to come down, and Montgomery's got a touchdown. He's killing it this season. It's literally all going to come down to how well Fields plays. If Justin Fields plays how he's played the first game and, besides that sloppy interception the first drive, how he played this drive, I think we could make a run. I think we could shock some people and make the playoffs. Shock myself. I thought we were going to be a 4-win team, but after week 1, I think we could make a potential stride. But it's all we have to take advantage of. Obviously, we don't know how good the Raiders are. The Vikings have a rookie quarterback. So, they're going to probably not be great this year, but they're going to, probably get good years to come. And we know who we have to compete with. We know we have to compete with the Packers who won the Super Bowl last year. We know, the Lions. They're the Lions. They draft a quarterback who is not quite starting over Jared Goff, but he could very well start over Jared Goff by the end of the season. It literally comes down to how Fields and this defense plays, and I trust this defense enough without all the signings we made, because that's what our main focal point was the defense. You look, Bobby Okereke, big signing. Donovan Wilson, in his NFL debut as a Bear, he played phenomenal. We also have the rookie safety, I don't remember the name. We signed Sean Murphy Bunting and Cameron Sutton. We signed Solomon Thomas. We are committed to this, defense. And if we have a great defense, we'll have a decent chance. There's the end of the first quarter. I accidentally pressed circle. Whoops. And then we have guys like Kyler Gordon, Jalen Johnson, Jaquan Brisker, potentially Eddie Jackson. Who knows if he's going to continue to stay on the team. we have these guys who can be great. We know what we're getting from them. And yeah, we lost guys like Roquan Smith and Robert Quinn. Great defense there, by the way. But we're ultimately, you know, just gonna keep improving. There we go, Kenyon Drake. Look at him. Up to the 31. I believe that was Drake. I hope it was. Because if he's not the starting return man, I'm gonna be upset. Quick pass to Komet. I think we're the best team we've had in a few years now. Definitely, you know, since Trubisky era. Third and 4. There we go, Field. See? Playing well. Don't know who that is. It looks like that might be Juan Broughton, and indeed it was. The rookie. I believe that might have been his first career reception in the NFL. Regular season, you know, wise. I don't know if it was. I know he got some in preseason, that's why he's starting. Falcons lead Saints 14-0. Who would have thought the Falcons would be on a rise, too? I don't necessarily know. Maybe the Saints are just bad. 3rd and 6. Okay, here's the issue. Montgomery has 10 carries already. Oh, jeez, that O-line did no favors. Wow. Pass was intended for Darren Moody. Well, that sucks. I was trying to look at the replay, but here we are, already in the play. And down goes Kyle Meeks. Solomon Thomas gets half a sack. I don't know who the other player is. I think the game's glitched. I'm not able to exit spectating. Jefferson gets the first. I'm hoping by, I guess, halftime, this glitch will be fixed. Or maybe like the 2-minute warning, you know, or a timeout whenever like there's a break that happens. Cooks up to the 42, gain of 4. Green Bay take the 14-7 lead over the Lions. Checks it down. Brisker not able to tackle. And ultimately, it doesn't really matter. 3rd and 6. This will be a 58-yard attempt. I don't know if he trusts his kicker at this range. There's a penalty. But Jefferson does get the first. And it's PI anyway. It's going to be on Sean Murphy Bunting. They're now at the 26. Right at the 2-minute warning. Does that fix my game? Dude. What is happening? Oh well, I don't really care. As long as this saves. And we are tied at 14 in Detroit. Worst comes to worst, if this game does not save, I will just give the win to whoever wins this game. That will be messed up, but there's not much I can do about it. Come on, defense, hold them so we can, you know, get the ball back and potentially put some points on the board. Jefferson's OP, man. There's a timeout with 1:01 remaining. The Vikings take a timeout. They're gonna say short, and the Bears take a timeout. That could be a very controversial call. I believe he had the first down. And they're gonna take the field goal. They're gonna take a 20-yard attempt by whoever their kicker is. I'd assume Greg Joseph, but it doesn't give me the option to do anything. I'm just kind of stuck here. I go to stats. Does this fix anything? What am I doing? Why don't I just look it up? Surely there's an answer somewhere. Fields, looking, surveying, incomplete. Cole Kmet not able to hold on. That brings up 2nd and 10. He got sacked. I don't know who. Madden 23. That's what will be the first thing that pops up. I don't trust the freaking video from. Nothing's telling me this. That's. Yeah. I guess there is nothing. Oh well. It's fine. We're just stuck here till the end of the game. They have 28 seconds. They're at their 46. They have no timeouts though, so field goal is definitely an option. Cover Jefferson. Oh, would you look at that? What did I just say? Are they going to have enough time to get down there, though, is the question. They don't. So that tackle there saves us. Here's the question. Will halftime fix this glitch? Here are the first half stats for those of you who are curious. I might have to hold a skip. I'm sorry, but this is my only chance of fixing. Oh, and it did nothing. Well, my apologies for skipping. It's returned up to the 20. The good news is I'm still able to do stuff. The Lions lead 21-14. I don't know who each division if we win. Because no matter what happens, one of those teams are going to win. And they're going to improve to 2-0 unless they tie. But if we win, what happens? Like, who's leading the division since we both have a division win? Unless if I'm dumb and one of these teams beat the Vikings. No, it was the Commanders who beat the Vikings. So I don't know what happens. Gonna find out. And the Vikings are starting to cook. With Dalvin Cook. We had such a good beginning and now, you know, it's crumbling apart. What a play by Gordon, but Cook turns it into positive yards, gets 5. That's disappointing, bro. We have to wrap up tackles. We saw Kyler Gordon had a very easy, you know, play there. Speaking of Kyler Gordon, he gets the sack. Back to the 45. 3rd and 14 now. Cover Jefferson. That's the big thing. Cover Jefferson. Kyler Gordon again. 4th and 21 now. He's really showing how good of a player he can be. Back-to-back sacks. He was like, I don't know. I believe he was up there for Rookie of the Year. I believe he was up there for best cornerback as well. Kmet, he's going to get enough for the first down by a few yards. So far, Fields is 6 for 9 with 2 interceptions. Those stats are... One's Fields' fault, the other's yellow line. I can't blame Fields for just getting the ball out of there. Intended for the rookie Darren Mooney, but, you know, it just ended up being an interception due to pressure. The other one, though, intended for Cole Kmet at the very beginning of the game, that's 100% his fault. I could see what he was doing, and that probably would have been a completion, but he didn't, you know, make the right move. He missed the receiver completely. But now, you know, we see Cole Kmet getting involved. We're across midfield. And off to Montgomery. Montgomery once again has a hole. Montgomery so far, 13 rushes, 60 yards, and a touchdown. We see Darren Mooney in motion. It's going to be a double play action. Fields, he's going to scramble. And he's going to be down at the 6. And the Lions take a 28-14 lead. Fields so far, 2 for 44, averaging 22 a carry. Come on, first and goal from the 6. Give it to Montgomery, I like it. He's going to be up to around the 4. Solid gain there. You hear the fans in the crowd getting loud. What are you doing? You can't just throw to Kmet every play. I haven't seen many receivers get involved besides Kmet so far this game. And he threw it right to Kmet and almost intercepted. You have Montgomery. And you just threw a pick 6 because he waited so fucking long. Are you fucking kidding me? Maybe he gets tracked down. Mooney and Fields are making an effort. Nah, you can't be doing those dumb plays, Fields. You can't be doing that. Here I thought you were a whole new player. You've been looking great so far this season. And here you are. 2 dumb interceptions. One of them results in an interception, and the other one resulted in a touchdown. Or one resulted in a pick 6, and the other led to a touchdown by them. We should, no doubt in my mind, at least be tied. And we are down 10 because of your stupid playmaking decisions. Montgomery was open for the longest time, and you choose the worst time to throw it to him. So far, the 2 receivers I've seen you throw to, right there, Cole Kmet, who fumbles. Are you kidding me? That's going to go the other way. Fields. How'd you fumble? How the fuck do you fumble there? We are down bad right now. This was anyone's game. And in the matter of literally seconds, in terms of this time, we have essentially fallen out of competition in this game. We see Tyler Huntley there. Looks like he's ready to play. We might as well put him out there with how bad this offense is being right now in the second half. Fields evades. If you fumble, you're done. About to say, if you fumble, you're going to the showers. Whoa! That goes nowhere. Darren Mooney. He gets his first career reception, I believe. It goes for -1, and it was a toss, but 3rd and 2, give it to Montgomery. Smart. I don't know why we shied away from that. That was working perfectly fine. He's averaging almost 5 yards a carry. There's the 3rd quarter stats for those of you who are curious. It just pisses me off, this game. Like, I wouldn't be this mad if, Fields was shitting the bed, because he normally does sometimes. There's someone. That's Ridley. But I'm stuck spectating the rest of this game. I can't look at replays. I can't look at anything. I can't do anything. I'm stuck spectating. That's Mooney. Now we're making a drive, huh? When it's almost near impossible to come back from, we're starting to make plays. This team's never going to make sense to me. Look at us. In the matter of like 2.5 minutes, we've gone all the way down the field and scored a touchdown. And Montgomery's been killing it. But yet our offense just stalled when it mattered the most. And now in garbage time we're scoring these points. Granted, I know it's far from over because we got a quick 3 and out here. We can easily score, and then we have 3 timeouts. But I don't think that's gonna happen. If that fumble stands on the other hand, Kyler Gordon gets the touchdown. Is that actually a fumble? No, I don't think it is. Let's watch the replay, or is it even gonna show? Oh yeah, he's easily. Yeah. Yeah, down. Kyler Gordon, if he would have gotten that, he probably would have been, no doubt in my mind, player of the week. What a play by the defense there. Predicting the run, he loses a yard. But the thing is, he could have lost probably another 2 yards. But he's so good at evading tackles. All we have to do is wrap up these tackles, and we could, have a pretty solid game so far. We see Jefferson in motion. If this is a pass, it's going to Jefferson 100%. It was! And it's intercepted! But there's a penalty!
That's interfering.
What? What? You're kidding. You are kidding. Where? Where was the PI? He didn't even touch him. He went for the interception. I predicted it. I said, if this is a pass, it is going to Jefferson. You know what happened? It went to Jefferson. And somehow, no contact PI. What is that? There's another one, though. You can't stop this team. Number 10. Good job, whoever you are. You cheat us out of 1 interception. So we come back for a second. Montgomery, through 2 weeks, has 193 yards for 2 weeks. That's pretty good. And I said we have a chance, but it all depends on our team. And with how they played, far from out of the question. I prefer a touchdown here. I'm sure most teams would. But if we start chewing too much clock, take the field goal. I prefer to not go below 2.5 minutes at the lowest. I prefer not to even go below 3, but if we have to. I just third down play, if we do not get it, kick the field goal. Do not go for it. I don't care if it's 4th and 1, 4th and 2, whatever. Just kick the field goal. Get down. Let's go. See, this is a spot where I'm fine with, going down to 230. Because we're only 6 yards away. It gives us less time, but it gives us a better chance. Because if they score a field goal now, we still have a chance. If we got a field goal and they scored a field goal, the game would be over. Montgomery, his 3rd of the day. His 3rd. He's got to be at 100, right? I've yelled so much. I think my grandma's probably here. It's literally 2.5 minutes, essentially, on the dot. That was the perfect drive. With how this special team's playing, I'm hoping we can do something. Down at the 22, very good. I'd recommend 1 play, timeout, and then, they let the other one go to the 2. That would be smart in my opinion. They're passing. They check down the Cook. Should take a timeout. Or not. I would have taken a timeout there. And then on 2nd down, have it go to the 2. Cook goes nowhere. Come on. Just don't let him get 10 yards. Not 10. Not 10. Not 10. Not 10. Not 10. There's a penalty. What's the penalty? It's short. You're fucking kidding me. Who the fuck did it? Who the fuck is selling? Yannick Ngakoue. We had it. They were short, but you just gave them life. And now it's going to give us less time. We still have a chance. But man, the chance, just dwindled. Panthers lead 35-13. Okay. Third down. If they pass and it's incomplete, that's best case scenario. Because then the clock stops. Or they go out of bounds. Just not a first. Not a first. Not a first. Not a first. It's inbounds, but it's fine. He's punting. It's not a great punt. 23. We only need a field goal is the thing. A field goal. We're at the 23. That's 77 yards for a touchdown. And I don't think we're getting that. That would have been a great first play if you complete that. Target line is the 39. I don't think Cairo Santos is in that. I reckon we try and get around the 35, maybe. I don't trust Cairo Santos right now. I feel like he's going to miss in the big situation. There we go! Thank God. The game almost ended right there. Come on. Don't focus on the big plays. We need to get a first down before we get points. And what did I fucking say? No doubt in my mind we should have won this game. There's not even a doubt in my mind. This game should have been a win. The fact that they only won by 3 points says a lot. We were the better team this game. But we just had very few mistakes that cost us the game. And that's what stings. Is that those few plays just lost this game. I'm going to finish a game because I don't know what happens. I want to make sure this saves. We'll look at stats from here. We didn't score a single passing touchdown as well. View box score. I was looking and I was like, where is this going to be at? We go to player stats. Kyle Meeks went for 161, a touchdown, interception. Fields went for 133 and 4 interceptions. That's just not. You just can't be doing that. You can't. You had a 37.3 passer rating. You can't be doing that. Montgomery, 19 for 94. He has exactly 200 yards between the two games, rushing wise. He got 3 touchdowns. Fields went 4 for 64. Dalvin Cook, 11 for 34. You couldn't have asked his team for much more. We held them to 161 passing yards and 34 rushing yards. You could not have asked for anything more from this defense. And the offense just didn't perform. Receiving, Jefferson went 5 for 81. Thielen went 5 for 39. Montgomery 3 for 37. Kmet 4 for 36. Irv Smith 5 for 28 and a touchdown. Mooney 2 for 26. Ridley 2 for 20. Williams 1 for 8. Broughton 1 for 7. Aguilar 1 for 7. And Cook 3 for 6. Was it Max Williams who fumbled? It doesn't say. Blocking. A sack allowed by Rob Havenstein and Sergio Pagan, who we wanted to draft. That is saying a lot. That O-line did all the favors in the world for Fields, and he just didn't do anything. 2 sacks for Kyler Gordon, 1 for Danielle Hunter, half sack for Solomon Thomas and Al-Quadin Muhammad. 2 interceptions for Louisine. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, I always forget. 1 for Eric Kendricks, 1 for Donovan Wilson, 1 for David Long. And there was a pick 6 for one of them. 4 summer for Cameron Bynum. Recovery 1 for Cameron Dancer. Kicking, both sides were perfect technically. Punting, Pinion was 3 for 113. Fox was 1 for 46. Kick return, Wilcox 4 for 76, and Drake 4 for 76. So same thing. Wilcox 1 for 0, Drake 1 for 19. This loss hurts. It really does. Whoop. Let's see what they have to say. The Bears had problems all game long against the Vikes pass defense, which finished with 4 interceptions in a win. Denario Henson, quote this, "To lose at home like that, I don't care if it's the preseason, regular season, or playoffs. You have to win games at home." Starting at a double-digit deficit in the fourth quarter, the Vikings woke up just in time and stunned the Bears with a late comeback. Literally, are you dumb? That never happened. Alright. Ross Tucker. Since he's right here as well. Oh, and while we're here, actually, let's look at some stuff that happened. Jordan Whitehead agrees to a 1-year deal with the Colts. We've already saw that. Josie Jewell signs a 1-year, $2.1 million to go with the Seahawks, and Graham Gano heads to the Texans for a 1-year, $2.3. We also saw that already. Justin Fields just hasn't looked comfortable all day. And then we see stuff. We see the Jets would be wise to lock in a trade with the Bears now for Eddie Jackson before a bidding war began. And then we have it's lying season, but I feel confident Eddie Jackson will eventually head to the Vikings. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And that's saying something. The Vikings apparently want Eddie Jackson. The Vikings offered Adam Thielen for Eddie Jackson, which isn't a bad trade, but I just didn't want that value. That's saying something. The Vikings are willing to trade away one of their most famous players of all time, I would argue, for Eddie Jackson. We'll look at mock drafts later, but I have trade offers for Eddie Jackson. We might make a trade here potentially. Adam Thielen and P. Jones, Antonio Gibson at 6, Bryce Hall and Feeney, and then we have Abikati and Marlon Davidson. There's no way I'm really considering the Vikings offer this much. There's just no way. I can't. I can't make a trade like that. Regional focus scouting, we already did that, didn't we? Or is this something else? You have to wait till week 8. Nationals fine. This all seems fine in my opinion. The 1 stars are where there should be. I know I set the 2 stars. And the 3 stars obviously always goes national. We're gonna, since we have a bit of time to kill, manage staff. Let's spend some staff points. Why not? Let's just look. We have almost everything here. These cost 20 a pop. If our O-line were kind of old, with Rob Havenstein and John Feliciano, Tevin Jenkins is young, Cody Whitehair is old, Jordan Mailata is young-ish. I think we go safeties because we got Jaquan Brisker, we have Donovan Wilson. At the moment, Eddie Jackson. So if we can increase Eddie Jackson's overall, that could improve his, trade value. We have the rookie safety. I don't remember his name. We're gonna actually look now. Tyrese Brooks. Tyree Brooks. We have Dane Cruikshank, who has played pretty bad, but fine. Then maybe Cameron Sutton also gets XP. Dane Cruikshank is kind of old. We look. He's only getting paid 1 year, like. No, he's getting paid for the next 2 years. Well, he might only be around for this year. He's getting paid free mill, and quite frankly, we could, do something with that free mill. How long do we have? 45. We have another 5 minutes. Well, 4 minutes. I'm gonna go to the trade center. See who all is available. Kirk Cousins, he's obviously gonna be there. Mariota is there. I'm really considering Malik Willis. But I don't think I can. Halfbacks, not really interested, but there's a decent amount of guys. There's no fullbacks. Receivers, KJ Hamler wouldn't be back. Wes Watkins, Jalen Rager, Jalen Tolbert, Danny Gray, Khalil Shakir. So it looks like a lot of these receivers, teams recently drafted, they're over with. I don't know why I'm looking at all this. Free safety. Yeah, there's no one really available. So I understand why everyone's so hype on Eddie Jackson. It's because he's probably the best guy out there available. BJ Hill wouldn't be bad. The Jets actually made their offer worse. Darius Slayton wouldn't be bad. Cunningham. I'm really considering BJ Hill, but I don't think I can. We look at how the defensive tackles are. I think we're probably just going to have to get the best pick we probably can for Eddie Jackson. Like, Justin Jones played very well. Solomon Thomas has been playing decently well. We have Courtney Ferguson, the rookie. And then Thomas Booker, who's a great backup, fourth guy. And then, I don't believe you, Al-Quadin Muhammad. I don't believe you're even a D tackle, but potentially if I was to get BJ Hill, he'd be the starting guy, and that would just probably honestly get rid of Thomas Booker. I don't think I can do that. Madden, if you somehow watch this video, something I'd recommend doing is you can I know you're Madden, you're probably not gonna do this, but it could make it complicated. But add a system to where you can you literally see team needs up there. Make a thing to where you can request positions for a player. Be like, hey, I want, this position offers. Looks like your top three needs. You could even put draft picks in. I want mainly draft picks, and I don't know what my value's gonna be for Eddie Jackson. So actually, I'll just scroll through until I see there's a bunch of greens down the road. Ooh. Who's the first green? Chargers. Who could I get from the Chargers that I would like? Realistically, that's a big thing. Has to be realistic. Kenneth Murray, maybe. But I don't really want Kenneth Murray because I already got Bobby Okereke. Chiefs, honestly, maybe Joe Tooney. I don't think so, but There's a chance. Okay, maybe not the Chiefs. I don't really like that. Colts, they're interested. The issue is as well, you gotta look. Chiefs can't do it because of cap. Chargers can't do it because of cap. Colts can't do it because of cap. So I have to add in a player, which is gonna affect the draft stock. So if I add in a player like say Stephon Gilmore to, even though I may not want Stephon Gilmore, just to make this trade go through, I'm not gonna get as much, as if I was to just want to pick. Like I could probably maybe get a first for Eddie Jackson, but I have Stephon Gilmore. That's probably bumping it down to like a fourth. Commanders, I could do the Commanders. They are interested and they have the cap room. That is a big thing. And they also consistently offer, which means they are interested. Can I just get a first for Eddie Jackson? Is that possible? No, but I probably could get a second. Or I would be willing to probably dump down to a third and a solid player. Jamin Davis hasn't been playing very well, has he? Could I get Jamin Davis and first a second? No. Actually, maybe. Let's go back to the second. And let's add our own pick in. It was very close. I reckon a sixth, maybe a fifth, I'd probably be willing to do. But yes, a second. Okay, that doesn't work. But what about a fifth? But I also don't want your seventh. If this doesn't go through, I'll probably just bump down to the third. Alright, last offer. I'll give you the later one because I'm a scumbag. Alright, Eddie Jackson is headed to the, or not Eddie Eddie Jackson is heading to the Washington Commanders. So is our 5th and 7th round pick. And in exchange, we are getting Jamin Davis, a 2nd round pick, and a 7th round pick. It was a pleasure doing business with you, Washington. Welcome to the team. Jamin Davis. And, Matthew Adams, what are you doing here? I want you at left outside linebacker. And, unfortunately, Camus Grugier Hill might honestly get the pair of scissors. Maybe not. We'll have him as a backup for both. I don't know how tight we're running on time. 54 minutes. We can... Last thing I want to do is just realign the depth chart then quickly. 4 left and right outside line. Well, probably not even left, just right outside. Why is Matthew Adams starting? Matthew Adams, left outside linebacker. Oh my god. Bam. No, not middle. Left. Matthew Adams. Right. Where even is he? Jamin Davis. Camus Grugier Hill. Sterling Weatherford. You're up to the free there. Left outside. Where are you at? Myja Sanders. You're there. And unfortunately, I hate to do this, but with that new addition, actually, we could just actually have this. That's what I'm going to do. I don't want to cut Victor Dimicucci, so we're just going to do that. I'm going to end the video here, but just know I'm just going to edit the rosters to what the left and right outside linebackers were. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I did. I will see you guys next time, where we'll probably play the Panthers and sim the Saints. Goodbye.